If you're deep into self-improvement, you probably know what some YouTubers in this niche think of video games.
When you're like Jeffrey and you believe that video games aren't that bad, if I only play 1 hour a day, they're not that bad. But Hamza, I only play... Bro.
So I took Hamza's advice to the extreme, and I stopped playing video games for an entire year, despite being a certified gamer before. What are the results? Was it worth it? Is Hamza right about video games? The answer will probably piss you off a little, because the answer is, it depends. You see, nothing is either completely black or completely white. Quitting video games would be more of a grey choice for many people. It had both pros and cons, but do the pros outweigh the cons? Probably. My main reason for quitting video games was the lack of time. I simply had much more interesting things to do than gaming. Playing video games would be a total waste of the day in my current lifestyle. To be honest, I quit gaming because I just wanted to have more time for my self-improvement, for reading books, and for making these YouTube videos. I mean, putting video games over books is a huge waste of potential, in my opinion. If you're able to focus on one task for more than 8 seconds, yeah, that's the average attention span nowadays, literature can be way more interesting than any video game you will ever play, no joke. Plus, all the knowledge you can get from, for example, philosophy books. I'm not here to say that playing video games is bad, but I'm here to say that you can reprogram your brain to start liking doing more productive things. I started liking books and video editing more thanks to the fact that I quit gaming, probably because it might have fixed my dopamine receptors a bit. But I'm not a doctor and I don't want to spread bro science. I mean, dopamine and things like that are important for our productivity, but I'm too much of a normie to talk about these things. Plus, there are lots of misconceptions about it. So, for me, the pros of quitting video games were: I have more time for myself, my self-improvement and my passions. I have more time for my work and my duties. I actually learned how to enjoy working. I probably get bored less easily doing things that require my brain power. I can probably focus for longer periods of time, and I have less distractions during the day. In short, quitting video games was a good thing for my overall productivity and for my growth. But what with the downsides? Basically, it goes like, we, as humans, aren't able to work and be productive 100% of the time. So we have to have our lazy time in the day. And because I don't play video games, I might waste more time simply doing nothing or watching YouTube, for example. But I think it's still better to spend 40 minutes on YouTube and possibly learn something than to spend 2 hours playing video games, isn't it? Well, unless you use TikTok or are addicted to other short-form content. If you're gonna switch video games for more TikTok, then it's probably not worth it. Short-form content ruins your brain much more than gaming does, and it's much more addictive. And another downside to consider is, all my friends and all the new people I meet still play video games. I mean, seriously, that's sad. I value my current friendships and potential new relationships in my life, but by not playing the same video games as my friends, I basically have less reasons to spend time with them. I was talking with my friends on Discord way more back when I was still playing video games. And when new people, for example, ask to play Minecraft with me, I have to explain them why I don't play video games, and my options of spending time with them are limited to only chatting or occasional Discord conversations. Friendships are very important. Unfortunately, the activities that bring people closer are most often basically plain waste of time. Yeah, I literally said that video games are a waste of time, but we live in a world in which it's impossible to use productively 100% of the time we're gifted with. So if we're gonna waste time anyway, I guess video games aren't that bad. Well, unless they make you waste even more time. The majority of video gamers have that problem nowadays. So, should you quit video games? If you quit video games only for the sake of quitting them, then no. Because chances are that the time you would normally spend playing video games will be wasted on watching even more movies, more YouTube, more TikTok and things like that. But if you already are a productive person, then quitting video games would probably be a very good choice for you in the long run. More time for work, more time for productive hobbies like books for example, better focus and possibly even more enjoyment in your everyday activities. Why not? Overall, I mostly agree with Hamza. Quitting video games can be a good choice for you, but only if you have better things to do than gaming. Of course, the choice is yours. I'm not saying that video games are plain evil, but I'm saying that quitting them could be beneficial if you know what you're doing with your life. Me, personally, I'm overall very happy with the fact that I don't need video games, even though a few years ago I couldn't even imagine life without them. Yeah, I still waste some time in my day, but I'm wasting much less of it than if I would still be a gamer. And if I was still playing video games, my self-improvement would probably be much more boring because of their addictive effect, and my progress would be much slower. And it's also possible that this channel wouldn't even exist anymore. So, that's it for today. Thank you for your time. You can like or comment or subscribe or whatever if you feel like it. Of course, no pressure. Remember, growth is our duty. Bye.